It is finally good to be back to training after dealing with this knee infection that almost killed me about 3 months after surgery, and just trying to get myself back to that competition conditioning, hoping to get back on that scene in a few months. But in the meantime, I am doing this video to help my brother in the faith and my brother in the mats across the seas in the Philippines, who reached out to me to ask for some tips on his competition. So yeah, let's get to it. So crazy white belt match here. My boy Jeff fighting for the grips. Having a hard time here, so he switches down to De La Riva guard with the near side lapel grip. His opponent squares up, and this is where Jeff can do his double ankle pick sweep. But here, Jeff has a hard time passing his guard and ends up in his closed guard. So he gets the 2 points, but he doesn't establish a dominant position. I'm personally not a big fan of this sweep. The reason why is the scramble usually ends up in the opponent's closed guard. Another thing that happens is as you sweep and you come up, the opponent can get their leg on the inside to get the single leg X. So not a good sweep if you're going against a good leg locker. So rather than going for the double ankle pick sweep, here's one of my favorite De La Riva sweeps, using the far lapel instead of the near lapel. Pull the opponent's far lapel out and pull it under the opponent's near leg. Take your ankle gripping hand and grab that far lapel while your outside leg stretches the opponent's far leg away. From here, you can either pull the near lapel or the far sleeve to get the sweep. Either one works. However, I prefer the far sleeve because after the sweep, it secures a really strong knee on belly. From the knee on belly, we switch to side control, and that is a dominant position. Plus, you just racked up a couple points from the transitions. Now, a situation where I would use this sweep is in MMA, where I can get in their guard and throw punches. Now Jeff's trying to break the guard, and he's sitting in there for quite a long time. Now Jeff stands up to try to break out of the guard, and here's the huge issue. He stood up in a box stance instead of a staggered stance. Gets sweep with the same double ankle pick that he swept his opponent with, and is now trying to pass and ends up right back into his opponent's guard. So never stand up in your opponent's guard in a box stance, otherwise you get swept. Now if you do get swept, make sure to get them back in your guard, or if you like leg locks, you can get them right into your single leg X. However, the best option in my opinion is if you're gonna stand up, then stand up in a staggered stance. The opponent might put you in De La Riva or some other open guard, but at least you can start working a pass from here. So this is part 1 of Jeff's competition. Part 2 will come up soon as Jeff does some crazy triangle defense, but hopefully my input can help him to get better with that. Anyway, I just want to say, be proud of yourself. You did something that a lot of people don't do, which is put themselves out there and compete. I really recommend everyone who does Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, whatever, just to always try to compete at least once. You gotta test your will, test to see what you're learning is actually working. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll be making some more soon. Trying to figure out my life schedule right now. Just finishing up renovations around the house and recovering from this knee. But yeah, stay tuned and much love. Peace.